Okay, here we are at the description for controlling one light from two switches. So along with this project you have a job sheet, and on the job sheet it describes all the components you're going to need to build this circuit, all the tools that you're going to need to construct this circuit, and this drawing. So we're going to talk about this drawing. We're familiar with a couple of these symbols. So this right here is our home run, or where we're actually going to get our power from for our circuit. We have a switch in this location right here and a switch in this location. Now there is a little bit different nomenclature on this switch. It has a number 3, which is new to us. That means it's a three-way switch. So we'll be talking about that in future slides. And then we're going to ultimately be controlling a light. So the A next to the switches means that it's going to control this light that has the A next to it. So this new component, a three-way switch, has, instead of two terminals like a normal on-off switch would have, it actually has 3 terminals. And the terminals come in a couple of different varieties. The black dot that I'm representing here on the screen is a common switch, a common terminal, and then the hollow or the white filled dots are what we call travelers. Okay, so we're going to look at those in the next slide. So a common has 2 functions. It can either receive power from some source, or it can send the switched signal to whatever we're controlling, whether it be a light or an outlet or something like that. Travelers, they only have one function, and that is just to connect to other travelers. So when we get into the schematic, we're going to see that highlighted. Okay, so here I have one switch. This might be one that's at the bottom of a stairwell, and then I have another switch possibly at the top of a stairwell, and then this is my stairwell light. And so I want to control this light from either the top or the bottom of the stairs. And remember, we have commons and travelers. So the common is either going to receive power or it's going to send out switched power. So this switch is actually very close to this light. So for that reason, on this switch, I'm going to connect power to it. Okay? And because a common has 2 functions, the second function being sending a switch signal to the light, I'm going to send my other common straight to my light. Okay? So I've got my 2 commons connected. Now remember, these hollow dots were called travelers. And travelers have one function, they just connect to other travelers. So this switch needs to be connected to that switch, so we're going to do that through a traveler. And then the lower, I said switch, I meant terminal. The lower terminal will be connected to the lower terminal of the second switch. So now we have all of our power distribution. We have power coming in. It's going to either be switched and sent in that direction or switched and sent in that fashion to the light. And all we have to do is hook up our neutral. And our neutrals, remember, per the National Electrical Code, we do not switch the neutral. So we're just passing it along through some wire nuts onto the light. So that is a description of how you would connect the three-way switches for this job. So go ahead and draw up your drawings, and then we'll review those together. Good luck.